And here we go. Looks like some momentum going on Dubuque side as they just dump it away. And it's going to be in the corner. And that ball is going to be saved from going out of bounds by Dunez. And Dunez is just going to wind up kicking that one out. So here we go, Dubuque trying to break the ice, trying to get the first goal of the game here. Very early on in this first half. Dubuque with another throw in once again. Trying to get something to go here. Deep throwing around the middle. Ball bobbling around, and Ruffin with the save. Great save there from Ruffin. Ruffin rolls that one out. Pass back to Ruffin. Aguilar wide open on that side. Elmer's trying to find something here. Delgado at the 15-yard line. He's got a good leg and he's got some good speed here. Elmhurst trying to find a hole in Dubuque's defense. Still yet to find it. Kicks that one up into Dubuque's territory. Ball bouncing around. And once again, that ball is going to roll out of bounds here. So Dubuque once again with the throw-in. Ball high up in the air at around midfield. Tipped in back to Elmhurst territory. Delgado back to Ruffin. Ruffin ends up just kicking that one out of bounds as he had some pressure on him. Very aggressive so far from Dubuque. Almost nothing else Ruffin could have done there but just kick that one out. Meyer with the throw in here for Dubuque. Albright with the setup and just wide. Pass could not connect as we have 35 minutes to go here in this first half. First 10 minutes scoreless. First 10 minutes were scoreless. Something you could not say the first game with Aurora scoring 2 minutes and 30 seconds in to their very first game of the season. A couple while ago, Ruffin had a big pass and he falls down there, so Meyer with the foul there, and that is going to be a free kick here for Elmhurst. This is going to be an indirect free kick here. So far, only 10 minutes have gone by in this game, but this is by far Elmhurst's best scoring chance. This is what they need if they want to capitalize early, start the game off with the lead, and get that momentum. Let's see if Elmhurst can do it. Elmhurst waiting here for a little bit, trying to find a good setup. Johnson in goal for Dubuque. As Elmhurst is still waiting, just trying to find the exact setup. Once again, the foul was on Elmhurst's number 15, Albright. Kick in the middle. That was a good scoring chance, but just ultimately could not end up capitalizing as they do not regroup with the ball, but now they get it. A little interception there, and the ball is just booted well out of the way to Ruffin. Ruffin regroups with that. Ruffin roll that pass to Lewecki. Now Lewecki passes that to Walters. Walters once again back. And Delgado getting some pressure. Wow. Meyer pressured Ruffin, tried to score that goal, and once again the aggressiveness does not pay off here for Dubuque. But wow, Ruffin with great heads-up awareness there. .32-28 to go here in this first half. Still scoreless. Dubuque traveling to Elmhurst all the way from Iowa. Another throw-in, bouncing around in the middle. Could not capitalize. That could be a good setup, but just over the head. And what a save there by Ruffin. Once again, another great save. Ball kicked up in the middle. Midfield ball still bobbling around as Elmhurst recovers possession. Trying to get something to go here. Slide tackle. And here we go. Meyer kicked that to the 20. Intercepted here by Elmhurst. Elmhurst tries to regroup. Walters passed that one. Laterally across to the 20. Elmhurst taking a breather here, trying to group some momentum together, find a hole in Dubuque's defense. Delgado with the pass to Luecki. Luecki up the middle, but intercepted. Ball bobbling around once again. Ball at the 40. Things are getting a little aggressive here. Towards the left, and that ball is going to be out on Dubuque. Still scoreless here. 14 minutes so far in this game. Each team trying to break the ice, trying to get the first goal of the game. It would be huge. Let's see what happens here. Will Dubuque capitalize on this outstanding scoring chance? Ball bobbled around. And once again, Ruffin with the save. He's been lights out all day long. Ruffin around 5 yards out from his goal line. Trying to get something to go. Kicks that one way high up towards the middle. That one is headed. And the ball to 35. Dubuque trying to do something here. Once again, Meyer with the very aggressive defense. He's definitely been someone to watch out for all game long. Meyer has been absolutely outstanding. Speaking of Meyer, he has the ball here for the Dubuque throw-in. Meyer with the very, very aggressive defense. Meyer threw that one in straight to the Elmhurst, and that one is going to be kicked out. So here we go. Meyer once again with a throw-in opportunity. Meyer threw that one back towards his own territory. Dubuque with the ball at midfield, trying to regroup, trying to get something to go here. Meyer, once again, it seems like he's had the ball all night long. That one's going to be bobbled and saved, but eventually out of bounds again. And this is going to be a throw-in for Elmhurst in their own territory. Aguilar with the throw-in. Aguilar, the little throw-in around 5 yards. And once again, Meyer with the absolute aggressiveness. He's been very aggressive all night. I think that ball left the stadium, almost even hit a car. So let's see. It's headed a couple times here. Elmhurst desperately trying to get it out, but it's a foul on the aggressive Meyer, and it looks like Elmhurst is going to get the ball back again. Big boot, and that one is going to be lofted in the air. Once again in the air. This ball has got a lot of hang time so far. A lot going on here towards the middle of the field. Missed slide tackle there. Lots and lots of scoring chances for Dubuque in their own corner. Just have yet to capitalize on any of them so far. Dubuque with 2 shots on goal. Elmhurst still yet to get their first shot with 27 minutes and 40 seconds in the first half. So hopefully they get that shot. A lot of momentum. Walters has the ball. Walters passed that one out to Aguilar. Aguilar finding his way upfield, working his magic. Dunez trying to get something to go. Elmhurst desperately needs something. Still with no shots on goal. Almost halfway through this first half. Let's see what they can do here. Aguilar. Elmhurst with the ball. Walters. Let's see what they can do. Potential shot on goal. This is their chance to capitalize. They have the momentum. Aguilar hit that one, but it looks like it's going to go out. So here we go. Aguilar with the throw-in. Aguilar to Dunez. Dunez back to Aguilar, trying to get something to go here. This is their chance to capitalize here. What a goal! As Elmhurst. No, it looks like they're going to take it back. Oh, wow. That could have been Elmhurst's chance. It could have been 1-0. They could have broken the ice and took the lead. But no. No goal there. As it looks like that one was offsides. That could have been the chance. That could have been absolutely outstanding from Aquino. But no. It was offsides. So Aquino capitalizing finally. They got a breakthrough, but no, just offsides. And that's just a very unlucky break if you're Elmhurst. Around halfway through this first half, you finally get that goal. You get the momentum on your side. And just, once again, a tough break. That's the last thing you need. An outstanding goal by Aquino, but brought back by offsides. One benefit, though, from that is it counts as a shot on goal. So they have some momentum going here. Like I said earlier, they had no shots on goal. Now they have one shot on goal. So one offsides tonight on Elmhurst. No offsides on Dubuque. So Dubuque player falls down there. 25 minutes to go here in this first half. 20 minutes gone, scoreless. A lot of action going on, though, so far. 3 fouls already from Dubuque. None from Elmhurst and the Blue Jays. This first goal for either team would be huge, and it would set the tone, and it would get a lot of momentum going for each side. Once again, another solid scoring chance here for Dubuque. Lauderson just ends up kicking that one out, and now Ruffin is going to have the ball here. Goaltender for Elmhurst, Ruffin. 24 minutes to go here. Ruffin just waiting to kick this one as the clock is stopped here. But yeah, going back to that, that's exactly what they needed. They finally got their first shot on goal. Looked like it was a goal by Aquino, but just ultimately brought back by offsides. Ruffin boots this one over 50 yards, and it's headed. Looked like Elmhurst had some slight form of momentum there, but it's brought back here by Dubuque. There's a Dubuque player on the field. Free kick here for Dubuque. Let's see if they can finally capitalize here and get the first goal of the game. Speaking of first, Dubuque still with no wins. Trying to get not only the first goal of the game, but their first win of the season. Dubuque trying to get something to go. Ball bobbling around. That's going to be out once again. So Ruffin, so far with a shutout, as both goalies so far have a shutout tonight. Ruffin and Johnson. Ruffin has a very strong leg, usually kicks it pretty far. Let's see if he can match that here. Ruffin with the high kick. Lands around midfield, but it's headed. And it is back to Ruffin as Ruffin gives it to Lewicki. Lewicki to Ruffin. Once again, aggressive defense by Dubuque. Aguilar passing it back. Good setup pass. Aquino almost got on that one. Trying to get something to go. Aquino with the move, and he's brought down. Taking a look at this replay, Aquino with that little fake had the momentum, but he was brought down. So it's going to be a free kick. Lewicki, great little saucer pass there. Aguilar passing this to Walters. Walters trying to get something to go here. The ball is headed. And brought down hard is Ehlers. Ehlers still down for Dubuque. Elmhurst trying to get something to go. And Riley Johnson with his first save of the night. Man, a lot of good things happening here. And finally a good setup. And Johnson, the ball just goes straight to him. And he does what he needs to do with that save. "21 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Around halfway done so far with this first half. The ball in Dubuque's territory. Dubuque working their way up, trying to get something to go here. Looks like they have an odd man rush, trying to get something. Trying to get at least a shot on goal. And that stop by Lewicki. Almost had a shot on goal, but Elmhurst kicked that one out. Ball's going to land at around the 35. It's been back and forth here. Meyer, most aggressive player so far on Dubuque's team. Pushing Elmhurst to the corner. The ball just out of Elmhurst territory, and it is going to wind up out of bounds. So let's see what they do here. 20 minutes and 27 seconds. And it looks like Matthews for Dubuque is going to be coming in tonight, as he was just subbed in. Another guy just fell down hard there. It's been getting really aggressive as of recently. 20 minutes ago here. Still scoreless. Each team trying to break the ice. If you're just tuning in, around halfway through this first half. Scoreless. It's been a lot of aggressiveness. As he is brought down hard. Hopefully he is okay. But Elmhurst trying. Wagner with the yellow. So Wagner with the yellow, and that is going to be the first yellow of the night and the first yellow for Dubuque. So with this yellow, let's see if Elmhurst can get a good setup position, and let's see if Elmhurst can possibly capitalize here. It is unlikely to score directly off of this, but it will set the momentum, set the tone. You'll get some good field position. You'll chip away at it, and you'll see what they can try to do here. So Lewicki with this free kick at around midfield, trying to break the ice, trying to get the first goal here. Let's see what they do. Elmhurst with the ball at around midfield. Ball booted pretty heavily there. And that is going to wind up going out of bounds once again. So it looks like Dubuque here is going to throw it in. Johnson at midfield. 2 shots on goal on him, and he stopped one of them. So far, shutout for him. And for Ruffin, both goalies do have a shutout. Dubuque, so far so good tonight. Dubuque's goaltender Johnson with the shutout so far. trying to work his magic and try to get his team his first win. 18:46 to go here in this first half. Battling for this one at the 35. Elmhurst playing some pretty conservative defense here. Now getting a little more aggressive. Zucchino's trying to stay with him. Let's see if this ball stays in. Great move there. And just came down hard. Elmhurst is going to try to save it, but again, this one is going to go out of bounds. So 18 minutes to go as this first half is slowly winding down. And it looks like Dubuque is going to throw this one in once again. Lauderson at the 35-yard line. This could be a setup to him. Throw in towards the corner. Headed again. The ball scrambling, trying to get it away from Ruffin. And Dubuque with the ball again. Matthews to Desario. Ball booted just out of the reach of Desario, and Desario is going to have a throw-in. This has got to be their chance to capitalize. They need something here. They've had so many opportunities already deep into Elmhurst's territory. You got to capitalize, and if you don't score here, you at least got to set the tone. Get at least a shot on goal and get some momentum here. One of the most aggressive players on the team, Meyer. And that one is kicked out. Again, looks like we're going to have a corner kick. So this is going to be the first corner kick of the night here. And this is their chance to capitalize. Like I was saying earlier, they need to capitalize here. Albright with the corner kick. This is their chance to capitalize here. They got to break the ice. You got to get some momentum. Let's see what they do here. First corner kick of the day. Albright sets that one up pretty good. It's headed, bobbled around, ball still in the air. Elmhurst desperately trying to get it out. They almost do, and the ball's at the 30. Shot on net. Just redirected by Headwall. Looked like he was going on net, but Headwall with the redirect. Elmhurst desperately trying to get it out. But they stop it there, and boom. Redirected. I wonder if he didn't redirect that, would that have possibly gone in? Elmhurst once again trying to get the ball out. Trying to get it out of their own territory. Good little move there by Meyer as he cuts back, and Elmhurst passes this one. Dubuque passes this one into their own territory. The ball is at midfield. Now it's working its way up the middle, trying to get something to go here. Matthews to Meyer. Meyer just bobbled that one out. Almost a good connecting setup pass there. Here we go here. Dubuque trying to set the tone. Desario. Back to Lauderson. Lauderson at midfield. Dubuque playing a slower, conservative pace here as we hit the 15-minute mark. Still scoreless if you're tuning in. Just bobbling around a lot here. A lot of action going on around the 30-yard line. Little spin move there by Dunez as Dunez hits that one out, and Elmhurst is going to work their way upfield. Try to get a setup. That one looks like it's possibly going to go out, heading towards the corner. It's still in somehow, and let's see what they do. Dubuque with the ball at the 30. Trying to regroup from that and try to get some momentum. Johnson so far, 2 saves on the night. Shutout for him. And if we look towards the other side, Ruffin as well with the shutout so far. 2 shots on him with 1 save. Each team with an offsides, and Elmhurst with no corner kicks, and Dubuque with 1 corner kick that they could not capitalize on today. So Elmhurst slowly trying to creep back into the opposing territory. That ball looks like it's going to slowly creep out of bounds there as we hit the 13-minute and 15-second mark here in this first half. Elmhurst trying to set the tone here, trying to get the first goal. And one thing that's great about this is Elmhurst, it's a tie game right now. They're not playing behind like they were on Friday night. Friday night, Elmhurst had to play very aggressive. They were playing from behind, and it looks like their whole game plan has switched up. Instead of playing from behind like they were on Friday night, they're playing a little more risky here now that it's tied, and it's just a better overall gameplay here from Elmhurst. Not only that they're not losing like they were earlier on to Aurora, but the great thing is the game plan is totally switched up because they're not trailing. It's a tie game. So Elmhurst is able to do more things here. 12 minutes to go here as the time is slowly winding down here in this first half. Ruffin with a massive kick. It's going to land at the 40. Elmhurst still has it. This could be their chance to capitalize. Trying to get something to go. That one's going to be out once again. And that is going to be a timeout here with 11. My mistake. That is going to be a corner kick here for Elmhurst. The second corner kick of the night in general, but the first for Elmhurst. So let's see if they can do what Dubuque couldn't and capitalize on this. This would be huge as the first half is closing in. This would be a massive momentum shift. Interesting strategy there as Walters boots this one just out of the reach of Lewecki. And interesting strategy in the corner kick. Instead of kicking it to the middle and seeing what can happen, just straight to Walters. And Walters with the right idea just hit that one a little too high. Dubuque with the ball around the 40. Working their way up. 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go. And once again, the ball has gone out of bounds here. But let's talk about the goaltenders so far. Obviously a shutout for both goaltenders. But not even that they have shutouts. They've had a couple outstanding saves on both sides of the ball. So it's definitely something to look out for. And speaking of goaltenders, here we are. Johnson with the ball, passing it to the 20. Elmhurst looks like they're playing a little more of aggressive defense here as the first half is slowly coming to a close. We just hit the 10-minute mark. Good little move there. He still got the ball. And Aquino battling. Elmhurst trying to get it out of their own territory. Wells with a perfect pass. Elmhurst with all the momentum. And an offsides. Wow, just exactly the opposite of what you need. And it gave me a flashback of when Aquino scored that goal and was brought back by offside. So just two unlucky breaks for Elmhurst. Dubuque. A lateral pass there just short of midfield. Now they're bringing it back. Johnson playing pretty deep. well out of his own net. Ball at midfield again for Dubuque. Trying to get something to go here. And Ruffin is going to come up with it. Ruffin. He's got a great leg, and let's see what he does here. He punts that one even past midfield, but just could not capitalize. Ruffin all day long has had some outstanding kicks, but Elmhurst just not able to get full control and fully capitalize on some of those. Let's see what happens here. Ball at the 30. Pass up the middle. Now they're bringing it back, trying to regroup. Let's see what they do here. Ball at the 40. It's going to be Aquino up the middle. It's going to be a substitution. 3 for 12. And let's see what he can do. Ball at the 35. Trying to work their magic up towards midfield. Ball still in. Looked like it was going out for a bit. And now it does go out. So the ball winds up going out as we have 7 minutes remaining as both teams desperately try to get their first goal of the game and their first goal here of the first half. It would be a huge momentum shift if either of these teams scored a goal. You have all that momentum. You're playing with the lead. So you got halftime coming up. You got a break. It looks like both of these teams, towards the end, they're going to give it all they got and try to get that goal. Because if you get that goal, that would be a huge, huge momentum shift. Meyer. Perfect pass, and that ball is headed. Dubuque with a lot of the momentum. A great pass, and that's another even greater save by Ruffin. That's exactly what you needed. The ball just bobbling around, and then you have the perfect setup and just a perfect head, and then boom. Ruffin with the stop and the redirect. Once again, Ruffin remains with the shutout. A lot of action going on here around midfield. Acuna trying to get something. Elmhurst definitely playing some more aggressive defense here as of late. Intercepted there, Lewicki. Lewicki to Acuna. Acuna, but the pass just out of reach. Elmhurst fighting hard for it. Let's take a look at this replay. A 2-on-1. He still had the ball, but a little too aggressive there for Dubuque's liking, and this is going to be a free kick. Walters with the chance of the half here. Can Elmhurst and Walters capitalize here to get the late lead and get the huge momentum shift? Johnson so far with the shutout. Walters trying to end that though. Walters. Good kick just out of the reach. And no one is going to wind up touching that one. And that ball is going to end up out of bounds. So Johnson once again with the ball. 4:20 to go here as this first half is winding down. Could potentially be another scoreless half. Let's see what happens here. Ball at the 30. Good pass, but that is intercepted by Elmhurst. Elmhurst trying to work their magic at around midfield. Good play there. A little juke move there to get Elmhurst a little bit of momentum as their ball is still in Dubuque's territory. And Elmhurst is going to have a free kick here. Cox trying to get something to go. A good move. He still has the ball and comes down hard. Dubuque with the ball at midfield. Trying to get something to go. Another man falls down hard. Meyer passes that one back towards the 50. And we are going to have a stoppage of play as Cox came down pretty hard trying to block that. And here we go. It's 0-0 as the time is slowly winding down. So 3:08 to go here as the time is slowly winding down. Hopefully he winds up being okay, but Riley Johnson, just an outstanding goaltender so far tonight. And honestly, I know I've said it enough, but both goaltenders have been absolutely outstanding so far tonight. Both goaltenders with shutouts so far in the game and a lot of saves. The Blue Jays with 4 shots on goal. And the Blue Jays with 4 shots and only 1 shot on goal. And when you take it towards the other hand, you have Dubuque with 5 shots on goal. With 2 shots on goal and only 5 shots. A lot of fouling as Dubuque is a very aggressive team. 7 fouls on the night compared to Elmhurst's 2 fouls. They are a very, very foul-heavy team. And they are very aggressive, but in a good way. Speaking of the aggressiveness, Meyer has done a lot of stuff so far tonight. Although what Meyer has done has not truly shown up on the stat sheet, he's done a lot in terms of being a very aggressive defender and just everything like that in general. But one thing they got to capitalize is the corner kicks. You need to capitalize on the corner kicks. And it looks like Cox is walking off the field. Good thing he's able to walk under his own power here. And let's see if Elmhurst can rally behind that as this first half is slowly coming to a close. Like I said earlier on, a goal for either team would be absolutely huge right now, as obviously it's a goal, but you get the momentum set. And Romero comes in for Cox. So that's a late substitution as Romero comes in for Cox. So a little break here, and let's see what they can do. It looks like Syverson is going to start off with the ball. So here we go, the final 3 as this first half is slowly winding down. Dubuque trying to make something happen at midfield. They kick it back in their own territory to try to regroup. Ball bouncing and bouncing. A lot of action going on around midfield. Couple people flying. And Wells has the ball, and it looks like it's going to be a foul here. Here we go, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. As time is winding down here, each team's desperately trying to score a goal here. Loecki passes that one to Delgado. Delgado at the 20. Good little pass there, a little tic-tac-toe action. Couple of solid passes here And that ball is just going to be kicked out. Once again, intended for Aquino, but we're on 10 to 15 feet off there. So 2 minutes to go here. A battle towards midfield. Like Aquino has it at midfield. Trying to work his magic still with the ball. And Aquino with the pass to Walters. Walters gets this one to George Sefti and then just could not control that one as Dubuque has the ball deep in their own territory. And once again, the ball is going to go out of bounds. Dubuque, late possession of the ball here. Trying to work magic. Elmhurst trying to get it here. Walters retains the ball. Walters with the pass. A lot going on, and it looks like it's going to be, once again, another offsides here by Elmhurst.
1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute.
Final minute to go here. Both teams scoreless. Trying to change that here in the final minute. As Johnson passes that one up to Matthews. Matthews with a good little pass there. It's going to end up at the 25. It's headed right there. Final 30 seconds as Elmhurst kicks that one, and that ball is slowly but surely going to roll out of bounds. So as time rolls down, let's see what they can do here. A calm, crisp 65 degrees here. As earlier on in the day, there was a little bit of rain.
8, 7, 6,
trying to get their final
5,
shots up to
4,
go for this half with
3,
3 seconds to go.
2, 1, 0.
And it looks like that will be it
Your
for
score
the
at
first
halftime,
half.
Elmhurst 0,
A
Dubuque
scoreless
0.
game so far. A lot going on, even though it's scoreless. Both goaltenders so far have played absolutely phenomenal and outstanding. Both shutouts and a couple solid saves. And one thing you definitely want to watch out for Dubuque is number 14, Meyer. Even though he has not shown up on the stat sheet, he's been very aggressive. So I will see you in the second half. I'm John Lassie, and I'll see you in the second half.
I'm Eric Sanders, Director of the Masters in Project Management program here at Elmhurst University. The ideal student for a Masters in Project Management is someone with 3 to 10 years of experience who wants to learn how to lead work that has a beginning and an end. So it's not like a regular management job where you're managing continuously. You have a fixed beginning and a fixed end, and project management degree will help you learn how to be successful doing that. You're going to learn the theory behind project management, and you're going to learn how to do the work. The adage in project management is plan the work and then work the plan. You learn how to do that, and especially learn how to manage people and get work done through people. We're equal parts about managing the work and managing the people. Both are critical to success as a project manager, and we want to make sure that you do that. We offer our program in what we call the Elmhurst University Flex Mode. So our students are either in the class or maybe they're already a project manager and they need to be off-site for a week or two because of whatever work is happening, they don't have to miss class. Still on the night that their class is offered, they just dial in remotely from wherever they are. We offer an optional PMP exam prep class. So far, we have a 100% success rate for students who have completed that class in taking PMI's PMP exam to be certified as a professional in project management. Another unique part of the Masters in Project Management program is that we use a cohort model. Students come in and they work with that cohort throughout the program, and that provides them with a network and also with a support structure that will help them succeed through their studies. All of our instructors in project management are experienced project managers, most with 20 years or more of experience. They've been there, done that, and understand how work is done, and they understand how to teach it, and they're excited about teaching it to new people. You may be asking yourself, I already have a PMP certification. Do I need a master's degree? The short answer is yes. The PMP certification shows that you're good at what you do. The master's degree will show that you're better at what you do, and also will show that you're good at managing people as well as managing the work. That's going to make you a better project manager, and it'll also make you more attractive to employers. If you're interested in project management but not sure that you want a master's degree, we offer a certificate in project management that is essentially the first 4 courses in the master's degree program. That gives you a really good sense of what project management is and gives you a document that you can use to verify that with an employer. Also, those first 4 classes do count towards a master's degree. So many of our students who enroll in the certificate program decide, I really like this, and go on and complete the master's degree afterwards. My advice to someone looking to get an advanced degree is to commit to focusing on your self-development. It's going to take time and energy and effort, especially if you're working full-time, but it's possible. Commit to the time and commit to improving yourself, and you'll succeed.
Professor Cunningham said, I think I have a really, really good culmination of what your interests are. And here, I am this 23-year-old saying, I have no idea what I want to do. I think I want to do this. Here are my interests. This is what I thought. Now, truly being a concentration in market research, it's everything that I aspired to and everything that I wanted. And the idea of market research is something that I didn't really think I would be interested in, and all of a sudden I'm in this concentration and in this program, and I'm in love. My professors that I have here in my program are saying, if your company now values you, just wait until after you have your MBA and after you go through the full program. I had never taken any business classes as a Bachelor of Science major in biology. I never took an accounting class. I had never taken anything that would have gotten me to where I am now, where I'm able to speak with knowledge about things about our own growing firm, also talk about our competition and our industry, and talk about how we can expand and become better. There's absolutely no way I would be able to do what I'm doing now without this program.
Welcome to Elmhurst University's 154th commencement celebration.
Let us pray that merciful Lord, who began this good work in you, enabling you to use your talents to the fullest.
Graduates, welcome to Commencement Day in this beautiful, comfortable, weatherproof theater, which for today will be Elmhurst University Northeast. Thank you, Scott, for your joyful, heartfelt, welcome leadership and care for the university community. You will be greatly missed, but we wish you all the best in your next adventure.
Robert Jans has served his community and his country with distinction and has been an outstanding supporter of this university and its students.
So my message is, with all these extra years and with your willingness to reach and grow professionally, You each have an outstanding chance of matching and/or surpassing my generation achievements.
Judy Morley has served to inspire others through her lifetime of leadership and contributions to the world of business and philanthropy.
To each and every one of you, I want to wish you Godspeed on the journey ahead of you. Go get them, grads.
Your alma mater will always be very proud of you. Now go forth and do well.
The world now is too dangerous for anything but truth, and too small for anything but love. Therefore, go into the world with the grace that you have, the strength of this beloved university. Let's go, you guys, come on! Woo!
My name is Crystal Paunan. I'm the program director for the Masters of Science in Nursing program here at Elmhurst University. Our MSN program is meant for those who already have earned their nursing degree, passed their NCLEX exam, and are ready to take that next step in their professional journey. Here at Elmhurst, we have 3 specialty tracks that you can focus in during our MSN program. The first is our CNL, or Clinical Nurse Leader. This is a nurse generalist that focuses at improving patient outcomes at the bedside. We have our Nurse Educator track, and that focuses either in the hospital setting or in academia. And finally, we have our Nurse Administrator track, and that focuses either at the management level or executive. The MSN program has been built with the busy nurse in mind. We appreciate that our students do work full-time, and so they are trying to navigate fitting work, life, school all together. And so for that reason, we do have classes that run 7 weeks long. They meet once a week, and then within our second year, we then bring our students in and help them with navigating their clinical, which they work with their preceptor to build their schedules so that they can find that balance that works best for them. What sets the MSN program apart from others is that we do have a hybrid program which blends the best of both worlds. It provides you the flexibility, but also provides you that in-person experience to increase engagement and create that connection with your faculty. In your second year, you will get clinical time, and we provide you with the resources to be able to connect you with a mentor that will be out and precept you at the clinical site. We also have wonderful faculty that serve as mentors for those in our educator program. Elmhurst University provides a unique experience for each student. There's a personalized approach to your learning, to providing you resources. You create this connection with your faculty and with those within the program. It's why so many of our students return back to get their master's and even doctoral now. Students do have the option to participate in our MBA dual degree program. This is a 1-year program that students will complete after their MSN courses. The advice I'd give to any student who's thinking of furthering their career and advancing their degree is to take the plunge. It may seem scary at the time, but the good news is that here at Elmhurst we have faculty who are here to support you. We have faculty who will bring such a wealth of knowledge, and you'll get a wealth of knowledge from the students that are around you. We're here to support you from the beginning, middle, and until you walk across that stage. Going back to get your master's degree provides you not only with an opportunity for personal growth, professional opportunities, but it also gives you an opportunity to give back to nursing and better the health of the community.
When I graduated in 2020 with my undergrad, I knew I wanted to continue my education. It was a natural choice to come back to Elmhurst. I had grown to know and love the faculty, the students, the environment, the curriculum, the flexibility behind the MBA program. Since I didn't really have a specialization, I took that time to take entrepreneurial classes, marketing classes, to see which path I really wanted to take. And in doing so, that allowed me to kind of figure out what I wanted to do afterwards. An exciting thing that the MBA has enabled me to do, I have two different perspectives, one of my own obviously, but also from my profession. I do talent acquisition, so I'm able to review resumes and applications of people who have and do not have master's degrees or MBAs, so I know the real life implications of having an MBA. For myself, it just allowed me the opportunity to take that extra step in my education and help to understand which direction I wanted to go. If you're looking for an opportunity to connect with others, to build networks, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's a small class size. They focus on team building and projects revolved around that. So Elmhurst gives you that opportunity to, not only see what you're good at, maybe learn from others and see how they work and how they work with others and how you could maybe expand upon that. If it wasn't for Elmhurst, I don't know what I'd be doing right now.
Welcome back, everyone, and I'm John Lissy, and welcome back from the first half. The first half, even though it was scoreless and ended up as a 0-0 tie, it was still pretty eventful, with one of the main things was Aquino scoring a goal, but it was ultimately held back for offside. So just a very, 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 very unlucky break for Elmhurst, as that could have set all the momentum, that could have set the tone. But that offsides getting called back was very rough for them. But also taking this into a new direction and a new look, both of the goaltenders so far have been absolutely outstanding. I mean, literally a shutout for both of them, so it's been perfect so far. But not only has it been a shutout, they've had each 2 or 3 multiple saves that could have gone in. More like scoring chances. Yes, they've had a bunch of shots on goal, but there's been 2 or 3 scoring chances per team. So honestly, I think these offenses and defenses are doing pretty solid. It's just which goaltender will fall first, which goaltender will make the first mistake, because so far they've been outstanding. And usually you can still have 0 goals and your goaltender not be doing good, but in this case both goaltenders are doing good. So we really want to see what Dubuque can do here. The Dubuque Spartans here are 0-1-1, desperately trying to get their first win of the season. They aren't winless, but that tie does not do them justice. So they got to set some momentum early. They got to set the tone. And we'll see what happens here, as the first half was scoreless at 0-0. And the second half is going to be just underway. A crisp night here, as it is 64 degrees and cloudy. Perfect fall conditions here in early September. Crowd into it so far, and this could be a potential absolutely outstanding second half. So here we go. Second half just underway. Still scoreless with both goaltenders being absolutely outstanding. Ball at midfield, bobbling around. Walters trying to hawk him down here on defense. Dubuque. Ball still in bounds, trying to scramble here. The Spartans yet to score a goal. Elmhurst working their magic. And Johnson's going to boot that one up towards midfield. That ball had a lot of hang time. Good little kick there by Elmhurst. Scrambling it around midfield. Lots of action going on. Dunez. A lot of room to work with. So far early on, even though it's only been a minute early on into the second half, the ball movement for Elmhurst has been outstanding. Definitely some adjustments made for them at halftime, because they are moving that ball good, and it looks like they are playing way more aggressive than last half. So ball once again at around midfield. Dunez just missed that one. That's going to be out of bounds. So Albright sends this one back in his own territory. 43 minutes and 38 seconds to go here in the second half. Johnson passes that one out. Johnson still with the shutout. Ball at the 35. Working his way up towards midfield. Pass intercepted. Seeing what they can do here. It's headed on target for Johnson, and Johnson plays pretty aggressive and works that one out. Johnson rolls that one there to Sarah. Trying to get something to go here. The Spartans with the ball deep in their own territory once again. Trying to find a read on Elmhurst. Trying to find some opening in the gaps. 2 shots on goal so far for the night for the Spartans. And 5 shots in general. So a lot of shots on goal. But it is very hard to get past Ruffin. So let's see what Elmhurst can do here. Being contended very well so far. A lot going on towards their 25-yard line. And once again, that ball is going to roll out. And there's going to be a foul, and that is going to be a throw-in. That's just going to be a kick from Jervowski. Ruffin with the ball. Trying to get something to go. Elmhurst with the ball once again in their own territory. Now into opposing territory. Trying to get something to go. Working free. And that ball is just going to wind up in the corner. Best scoring chance so far early on in this second half. Elmhurst trying to keep it in the zone, and they do. They're successful. And just out of their zone, and now the Spartans are going to have it in Elmhurst territory. What a slide tackle there. That's exactly what you need early on in this half to set the momentum. So we recently just went from that pretty fast-paced segment to a slow-paced regroup here for the Spartans. Getting a little aggressive at the 40. Ball's at the 30 right now. A solid 20-yard lateral pass there. Dunez couldn't quite defend that one as that one was in the air. Now Dunez playing some pretty aggressive defense. The Spartans, the Dubuque Spartans trying to get something to go here. Good little pass up the middle in between 2 guys. A lot of action in the middle of the field so far early on in the second half. Both teams still scoreless so far. Each team trying to get their first goal. This could be a breakaway. And the pass just wide. Johnson had a good setup. Man, this could have been the momentum shift. This could have been the icebreaker. He had it one-on-one, but chose to pass instead of shooting that one. 5 minutes gone by so far. Still very early on in this second half. Johnson passed that one out. Good boot. Was going to wind up at around midfield, but now it is ultimately going to end up out of bounds. Yeah, but just going back to that play, Gartner had a chance to take all the glory and score that one, but wound up passing to his teammate. Speaking of Gartner, Gartner has it. Good little move. And that one is just going to be kicked well out of bounds. Intended definitely for out of bounds by the Spartans. Spartans once again still trying to find their first win. 1-1 in the season. Free kick here for Elmhurst and a man down. And this could be their possible opportunity as we see Gartner comes down hard. So this is by far the best chance early on in the second half for Elmhurst to cash in and get some momentum going, because a goal here would be absolutely huge. So Gartner is going to start this free kick. This could be huge. This is definitely the best chance they have this possession with 38 minutes to go here in 35 seconds. Can Gartner get rid of Johnson's shutout? It's going to be Dunas with a kick, and that's going to be blocked. Dunas again recovering it. Now Gartner has it. Gartner getting 2v1, trying to escape. Good save there, and it's still in Spartans territory. And now it's back out. A lot happening around midfield. Trying to find the battles. Meyer, most aggressive player on this team with the ball. He's the most aggressive player on both sides of the ball, both offense and defense. Good kick there. Johnson slowly regrouping here, trying to get something to go. Works his way outside, out of his goal box. Dubuque. The Dubuque Spartans getting a little aggressive and chippy on the edge of the sideline there. The ball just kept in bounds by Aquino. And now that one's definitely not going to be out of bounds. That one hit the tree. We had one ball hit the tree today. One ball hit the car. A lot going on. So here we go. Aquino is going to throw this one in here. And that's going to be in the corner. Elmhurst with a pretty solid chance here. A lot of open men towards the right side. Trying to get something to go. And just over the top of the net. Just outside the reach of Johnson. That could have been their chance to break the ice. But oh wow, perfect. Just a foot above. And honestly, if that was a foot down, that would have gone in. And there's nothing Johnson could have done about it. But wow, that close to completely changing the game. Elmhurst with a couple of unfortunate events. Aquino getting that one, saving it from going out of bounds. And he's doing some push-ups. But Aquino came down hard there. Aquino had the ball in the corner, was getting almost 3-on-1. Came down hard because one of the Spartans players got aggressive and ultimately made him fall down. So 10 minutes have gone by so far. And that was on Lardison. Came down hard. And as we are setting this up, still scoreless. And this is definitely one of the best chances to score and cash in. They've had 2 unlucky breaks. Let's see if the third time is the charm here. Let's see if they can potentially capitalize here. Here we go. Golden opportunity for Elmhurst. Aquino just wide. Could have been great. But yeah, a good setup, potentially with a little squib kick, but it was a fake straight to Aquino. He had the right idea, just missed that one, and Johnson continues his shutout streak so far tonight. So, speaking of Johnson, he just had the ball right there. Good ball movement, and that is battle for as Gartner gets it. They're just going to kick that one out. Let's see what happens here. Good fake, and it's kicked. Oh, wow. No foul on the play as Wells came down hard. Looks like he had a very good breakaway chance, but one of the Spartans players just shoved Wells to the ground. Looks like the crowd was not happy with that one. Another man falling down here. Ball's going to go at midfield. Johnson with the ball. Speaking of goaltending, 12 shots in total for both teams. 5 shots for the Spartans and 7 for the Blue Jays. Still none yet to go in. But out of all those shots, only 4 of those shots in total were on goal. So 4 shots on goal, 2 for each team. Good little kick there, and that's going to get past everyone, and Ruffin is ultimately going to end up with that. Ruffin matching Johnson because he has a shutout. So both goaltenders, Ruffin and Johnson, have a shutout so far. Ball to 25. Got really aggressive there towards midfield as a man came down. And wow, if you look at that, he just grabs him, honestly. And man, I mean, at that point, there's really nothing you can do about that. So 32 minutes and 48 seconds to go. Each team desperately trying to get something. Spartans with some good ball movement. Ball to 30. Meyer with the pass. Looks like they've got some momentum. Could this be their chance? A shot on goal. And Ruffin with the save. The much needed save. As we take a look at this replay, they found the gap. And you just got to take any shot you can at this point. But right idea there, but just Ruffin able to get a hold of that one and swallow that one up. Could this be the chance for Matthews? Matthews closing in, but no, still no goal, still scoreless. Aquino using his speed. Came down pretty hard there. That one's going to be hit. Once again, coming down pretty hard. Another free kick here for Elmhurst, and there's going to be a foul on Becatarian. Midfielder, he's 5'10", 145, from Sweden. Wow, so that's pretty interesting. One of the only European players on this Spartans team. So let's see what they can do. The ball deep in the Spartans' territory. Now at midfield, Spartans with a good possession. Good ball movement as well, trying to get something. Wells with the ball. Wells came down pretty hard a couple of minutes ago as there was an apparent no foul. The crowd didn't agree with that one. Ehlers had that ball at around midfield. A 3-on-1, he still has it. And he comes down hard, but Garner didn't really do much damage, and it looks like Ehlers was complaining about that one, but I definitely did not see the foul there. Ball at midfield. Things are getting a little chippy. Things are getting a little aggressive here. We are 15 minutes deep into this second half as we approach the 30-minute mark. Still scoreless. A full hour into this game. Salzburg is coming out and Therese is coming in as 10 subs for 18. So let's see what they can do here. Get some. He came down pretty hard as, like I said earlier, 10 came in for 18. Elmhurst pretty exhausted after this relentless attack, so they got some fresh bodies on the field. Johnson with the ball. A little fake roll there, and he's ultimately going to end up rolling that one to Albright. Working his way up the field. They've got some good momentum in their own territory, and now, nope, now it's intercepted. Wells with the good pass, and no, that one's just going to go out. Or will it? Oh, yeah, it will. Oh. Looks like there's an Elmhurst foul, it looks like. A Dubuque foul. My correction there. It's going to be a free kick here for Elmhurst. They got to get this. You got to get at least some momentum. You got to at least end this little drive here with minimum a shot on goal. Just get the goaltender worried. Get the defenders. Try to split the defenders. Try to get something here. The free kick, just wide, sailed around 2 feet over the crossbar. And wow, perfect execution, just a little too high. Man, if that was a little lower, that would have gone in. And that would have ended Johnson's shutout. Johnson, a 6'1", 185 senior goalkeeper. It's going to be his last year here. From Lombard, Illinois. Even though the Spartans are from Iowa. Wells with a chance, but no. And the Spartans are just going to dump this one out. Trying to work their way towards Ruffin, but after that, it's going to be kicked out by Lewecki. Final 27 as both teams are desperately trying to score here. Aquino coming back in the game, as he is one of the most speedy players on this team. Speaking of Aquino, he actually, let's see what happens here. He actually had that goal that was drawn off and taken back offsides. Good little hit there, and it was almost headed, but just miss. And what a goal there as Gartner passed that one in, and that's exactly what you need if you're Elmhurst, taking the lead late in the game as everyone gets hype. As Whipclay scores that goal, and huge goal for Elmhurst. Good little pass there, and then Gartner with the setup, ultimately passing this one to Whipclay, and then he just scores it, breaking Johnson's shutout. And wow, what an absolutely outstanding goal. He got a little hype there, hit the celly, and that's exactly what you need. Elmhurst takes the late lead, and it's 1-0. Got the crowd into it, and that is exactly what you need. They had a lot of bad breaks, but they finally cashed in. So eventually someone was going to give, and it was Johnson that ended up giving in. And Jacob Whipke with his first goal of the season. Outstanding goal, assisted by Gartner. Wow. Jacob Whipke, outstanding goal. Makes Elmhurst take the very late lead. Who knows, though? There's still enough time for a comeback for the Spartans. But yeah, just going back to that goal, you needed a setup, just any shot on goal, and he took it, and it ended up working out, and they cashed in. Ball still in bounds, bouncing around. Now Elmhurst kicks the ball back to midfield. Lewecki with the ball at the 40 to Jurowski. And that ball is going to be out. Elmhurst once again with another throw-in deep in the Spartans' territory. 25 minutes to go. That ball is going to be booted inbounds. Walter headed that one. Still, it was in the air for a while there. The Spartans desperately trying to tie this game up. They can't afford another loss. They don't have any wins on the season. Trying to cut back and came down a little hard, but yeah, came down pretty hard there. And around the 25-minute mark, if you're just tuning in, it's 1-0 Elmhurst, as they got a very late goal late into the second half. So that is the second goal scorer of the season. The first two goals were Schultzbog, and they came in Sunday's victory against Rockford, as they ultimately wound up winning 2-1. Ruffin trying to come up with a potential huge save here. 24 minutes to go. Let's see what the Spartans can do. Could this be their chance to tie it up? Let's see what they do. The fake, and that's just going to be hit out by Elmhurst, but it's going to be kept in their own territory. This could be a breakaway as a goaltender comes out. Wow, that's not what you want to do, and that's going to be kicked. Just missed. Oh, wow. The ball was coming out, and whoa, so much happened. They tried to keep in their own territory. Elmhurst with the aggressive play, but Johnson with the even more aggressive play. He just had to kick that one eventually, but oh, just missed. That would have been icing on the cake, a 2-0 late lead. Wow. Even though Elmhurst didn't get the goal there, they set the tone. Now they know. Now the Spartans know they can't just be chilling. You never know when Elmhurst could come at you. They have the aggressiveness. But wow, a missed opportunity. Wow. I like the aggressiveness there by Johnson. The second his shutout ended is the second he started getting aggressive. Good move there, and that's going to be stopped. Ball at the 30. Now it's going to get real aggressive. Still with the ball. Trying to get something to go. – 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Ball at midfield. Elmhurst playing slightly a little bit more conservative here, but the Spartans are playing very aggressive. They cannot lose their opening 3 games. They gotta put shots on the net. They only have 6 shots, and 3 of them were on goal, so 50% of them were on goal. And wow, Elmhurst. Whoa, that's gotta be something. He held him there. Let's take a look at this replay. Oh, man. Had outstanding possession, but Tomic just pulled back Wells. And that's going to be a yellow card by Tomic. So Tomic is going to get that yellow card. And that was a great chance for Wells to score on that potential breakaway, but Tomic just grabs him. He said not today. So we're going to have a little free kick here. Let's see what happens. This could be a potential icing on the cake if they can make it 2-0. A great opportunity. Let's see if they can cash it in. Ball at the 40, and they're going to put that one back. Ball still in Spartans territory. Elmhurst on target for Johnson, and Johnson just waiting for his teammates to work their way out there. Ball pass back to Johnson. Johnson barely gets that one out. Ooh. Fighting for it at the 30. Trying to get some momentum going. Trying to read the defense. Good pass there. As Solberg was open, he still has the ball, but not anymore. Ball winds up going out of bounds. That was definitely a good possession there. A good little setup. Just ultimately not exactly what they needed as the ball did not go on the target there. It's going to be the Spartans trying to desperately tie this game up late. 20 minutes to go and 35 seconds. This is a great shot late in the game for the Spartans. Let's see if they can cash in. The throw in. Not on target, but bouncing around, still with possession. Elmhurst has it. One-on-one speed battle, and he comes down hard. Ball still in bounce. Not anymore. And wow, he came down pretty hard there as the ball just went out of bounds. But man, not exactly what you need. That one's going to be booted pretty heavily. Spartans player just tripped there, and Elmhurst, because of that trip, able to keep the ball in. Another aggressive play. Elmhurst looks comfortable in their opponent's territory. A second goal here would be massive. I mean, a second goal here would essentially almost ice the cake. Gartner just missed. Could have been insane for Gartner. Gartner already has an assist on the night. But right idea for Gartner, and just, you know, slightly missed that one there. 19 minutes to go here as this second half is slowly winding down. Intercepted here by Elmhurst. Now the ball's at midfield. Spartans trying to work their magic. Another slide tackle. It looks like he is down. And that's Schultzbog, star player on this team so far in the year. Has 2 of the 3 goals this season, and he had 2 of those coming in the second half pretty late against Rockford. Speaking of goals, Jacob Wibke with the other goal, the one and only goal today. Elmhurst trying to change that, trying to get another goal. Ball bobbling around. Spartans trying to desperately just clear this. And can't, but let's see, Dunez with the ball to Wells. Wells passing that one. That's going to be around the 20. A lot going on, and Wells wound up with it again. The ball is going to be at the 45 here for Elmhurst as they are going to set it back into their own territory. This could be huge, and he's going to be brought down. That's going to be a yellow card, and that was a business decision for Delgado. He knew if he got past him, it would have been a breakaway. You just got to get the yellow card. You just have to do that, and that's going to be the first. And that is going to be on Dunez. So Dunez is going to be the receiver of that yellow card. He had to do what he thought was right and just get him out, because if he got past him, who knows, it could have been a breakaway. So he did what he thought was right, and let's see if his decision ultimately ended up paying off because this could be huge. It's only 1-goal game as time is winding down here. This could be absolutely massive here. An outstanding position to be in if you're the Spartans. But they got to capitalize. They have to. This late in the game, who knows when you're going to get another chance. A chip in, and that's just going to go out of bounds once again. And the Spartans cannot capitalize. This could have been their chance. Super high up, and then low. Just not what you need. It's got to be a little more on target. Yellow card on Elmhurst's Delgado for unsporting. Time of the card, 72 minutes and 22 seconds. 17 minutes to go here. Wells with the breakaway opportunity. Just missed that one. Could have been massive as he breaks free from this 2-on-1 with a good little swifty move. And the breakaway just missed. It's been a common theme here late in this game. Just a lot of missed shots. But Elmhurst with 11 shots. Completely dominating the Spartans, because the Spartans only have 6 shots on goal. And that was actually their 12th shot. So here we go. Corner kick here for Elmhurst. This could potentially ice the game. Or just a little tip in. Walters wound up getting the ball. Walters with the setup, and wow. Icing on the cake. Walters with the setup to Lewicki. And Lewicki with the hype celebration. And that is a massive goal, extending the lead for Elmhurst. And now it's 2-0. Lewicki has been there all game. And he just finally pounced. He finally cashed in. And that's exactly what you need here if you're Elmhurst. Walters, literally Walters with the perfect setup. And Lewicki, boom. Perfect. And he hits the celly. I would be hyped too. And that was an insane play. That's exactly what you need. They finally found their moment. And they capitalize. Wow. 2-0 lead Elmhurst. And the crowd's in it. Crowd is in it for Elmhurst. And that took the breath away from the Spartans.
Assisted by number 24, A.J. Walters.
Walters with the assist. And Lewicki with the goal. 2-0. Even though it's very early on in the season, that goal ties the record for this 2025 season for most goals in a game. Even though it's only been 3 games, but technically it has tied it. So with 15 minutes to go in this game, they could potentially break that record. But we'll see what happens. And if you were the Spartans right now, down 2 with only 15 minutes to go, you need to start playing crazy aggressive, because you know at this point it's highly unlikely to come back. So you gotta start playing aggressive and make your move, because you never know. Let's see what Elmhurst does here. 14:30 to go. Lewicki already with a goal on the night. That one's headed again. That one was a little shorter though. A little more speed. Schultzbog, 2 goals last game. Still with the ball. Walters with the assist today. Gartner, that's just going to wind up in the hands of, well, not in the hands, but in the possession of Dubuque. Final 14 to go here. Trying to get something to go. Ball still in bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in for Elmhurst as the ball ends up out of bounds. And then the ball once again went out of bounds. And it's going to be a corner kick here for Elmhurst. Taking us back to last corner kick. It wound up in a goal. So let's see what they can do here. Third corner kick of the night for Elmhurst. Fourth this game, if you're combining both teams. So here we go, final 13. Elmhurst with the 2-0 lead in their third corner kick of the game. Let's see. And a save by Johnson. Let's see if that will give the Spartans some momentum as we're closing in on 13 minutes. Dunez with a great setup to Aquino, and wow, just an unfortunate turn of events. That's going to be offsides once again for Elmhurst. But wow, doesn't hurt. That offsides does not hurt them as much as that first offsides. Now that they're up 2-0, so still something to work on a little bit is these offsides. And came down hard, and he comes down hard again. Very aggressive so far late in this game. The Spartans desperately trying to score a goal, trying to cut the lead, trying to get something to go. Good setup, and that's just going to be out of the reach for Matthews, and that's going to wind up out of bounds. But so far, a great high-flying game for the offense, but to change the spotlight a little bit, let's talk about Ruffin. I mean, he still has a shutout so far. He's faced 6 shots, and 3 of those were on goal. So he's had a lot of action so far tonight, and he stopped all of it. A little move. He still has the ball, and ultimately just going to get rid of that. Fighting for it hard on the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. Common theme here pretty late in the game. As it tends to be pretty aggressive late in this second half, a lot of balls do end up going out of bounds. So we are approaching the final 11 minutes of this game. Elmhurst still with a 2-0 lead. If Elmhurst does wind up winning this game, they'll start a little streak with 2 wins and start their season off 2-1. Definitely where you want to be if you're Elmhurst, starting off the season 2-1 if that does happen. But if you flip the script, you cannot start off 2-1 if you're the Spartans. You got to have some kind of comeback here. Ball bouncing around, and that's almost going to wind up, and it will eventually wind up out of bounds, as that kick was just out of the reach for the Spartans. 35 minutes gone by in this second half. Final 10 to go as the Spartans try to cook up a last-second comeback. As they throw it in, it's going to be kicked out. They're going to keep it in their own territory. Gain a little bit of momentum, you could say. And Ruffin getting aggressive really far out of his goal. The ball wound up out of bounds. It's going to be a throw-in, almost out of bounds again, but Dubuque keeps it in. Good possession here, as they so far have not given it up. And a aggressive play there by Schultzbog, as he has half of the goals this season for Elmhurst. Action in the middle. Spartans trying to get something. A couple guys fall down. And after all that, Ruffin with the save. A lot going on, a lot of bodies on the floor, and just got a shot off at the very end of that scrum. There was a big scrum, and boom. Ruffin with a nice solid save there to keep Elmhurst in this game, and more importantly, keep the Spartans out of the game. Speaking of Ruffin, he's going to get it again and boot that one, but this time went out of bounds. That one hit the track. Meyer with the throw-in. Good ball positioning there as that is headed. Elmhurst with the kick. That's going to catch Johnson off guard. He was way out of his crease. This could be a chance here for Elmhurst. Schultzbog. Good pass there to Whipke. Whipke already has a goal. Ooh. Almost an own goal, but it just saved that just in time.
Corner kick for the Blue Jays.
Let's take a look here. Good setup and oh. Wow, that was Adlan Larson on the Spartans. That could have been dangerous. An own goal, potentially. So Salzburg here. Set to kick this corner kick. But no, just kicks that one out to Dunez. Dunez fighting hard in the corner. Fell down there. There was a big battle in the corner as he was getting 2-on-1. Kind of hard to escape that pressure, especially when you're in the corner. So once again, we will start it off here. That was very wide there, just outside of the target, and that's going to end up out of bounds. 7 minutes, the final 7 to go. Spartans need to get something going here. If they even want to think about a comeback, they need a goal in the next couple minutes. Spartans working their way up the field. Pretty good speed, and they've been yet to get stopped. Spoke a little too soon, and that's going to be kicked out by Elmhurst. Throw in for Dubuque, and that is going to be Albright. This is a good chance late in the game. Albright with the missed header opportunity as Dunez tries to get something. Headed again, and Schultzball gets the ball. Dunez gets that to Wells. Wells to Delgado. And that's going to be kept in bounce. A lot of action going here. Definitely what I've been looking at is this very, very aggressive defense. This could be the Spartans' chance. Try to get a shot on goal here. Let's see. And Ruffin comes out of his goal and winds up with the save. A lot going on. This could have been their chance to cut the lead. And Ruffin just said, I'm coming out of the goal. And boom. That's what you need if you're an aggressive goalkeeper like Ruffin. And that one paid off. That one definitely paid off big time. Ruffin, honestly the biggest kick of the night. And that's headed directly back into Johnson. Johnson rolls that, receive to the 30. And that one is just going to be kicked out. Maybe he thought someone was there to receive the pass, but I don't know exactly what that was. I don't know exactly who that was intended for, but I don't know. Maybe he just wanted a break or something. I don't know. So we are going to have a sub here as Walters is going to leave. And Bobadilla is going to come in. Bobadilla playing some pretty good defense here as of late. A lot going on here. Spartans are going to get this ball at the 30. Bobadilla really showing he can get after it with that very nice and aggressive defense. Oh, good little move, and that's just going to wind up out of bounds. But Acuna with that good potential move. But Matthews saw right through that one. So the final 4 minutes to go. Elmhurst up 2-0, closing in on this victory, potentially. Oh, good little move there by Matthews. And that one, once again, is going to be kicked out of bounds. They really need to start hurrying up if they want to think about this comeback. Ball to 25. Moving around here. They got it into their opponent's territory. A lot going on. A battle. It's going to be headed. That one's going to be lofted in the air. Good little kick. If you look on the bright side, at least they have the ball in Elmhurst territory. They're trying to get something to go. They got some momentum as we are down to the final 3 minutes. Elmhurst once again with the throw-in. And that's going to be out of bounds again. So they're going to put this one back in again at around the 25. So Elmhurst with another throw-in. And that one is going to go out once again. Let's see the Spartans can capitalize. This could be their chance. Trying to get something on the goal. Spartans with the ball at midfield. 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Johnson with the ball. Kicking that one deep. Albright with it. Albright just missed Meyer. Meyer trying to get something, but Wells is just going to grab that one from him. And Wells, good pass. And that's going to waste some time. That's going to ultimately end up draining some clock there. A solid 15, 20 seconds. So good idea there. Spartans, 7 shots so far tonight. Only 4 of those on goal. Desperately, they're trying to change that. Johnson comes out very far from his own goal. Almost like pulling the goalie a little bit in the hockey. Kind of the same feeling, you could say. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go in this game. Johnson is pretty far out. Albright with a desperate kick up the middle, trying to get something headed. And Ruffin is going to come down with that, and that's going to drain a solid 10 seconds from the clock. Ruffin, once again, usually he kicks it pretty far towards midfield. He does.
1 minute remaining, 1 minute.
1 minute remaining in the game. Elmhurst up 2-0. The Spartans trying to get somewhat of a comeback. Maybe just score a goal here just to have yourself feeling good, just to get some kind of momentum going towards your next game. As once again, that is going to wind up out of bounds. Acuna with the ball with 25 seconds to go. Here we go. Something going on, and that ball is just going to be dumped out towards midfield. Came down hard there. And there are 11 seconds to go in the game. This came down pretty hard towards midfield. And that's going to be a yellow card for Bobadilla. So that's going to be the second wild card for Elmhurst tonight, but the first for him. And that's going to be a yellow. So with 11 seconds to go, Johnson has nothing to lose. So he's just out at the 35. Kicks that one in, potential, and that is headered. Last second chance here, last second effort, battling.
2, 1, 0.
And there we go. Elmhurst gets the win and winds up winning this one 2-0 as they have won their last 2 games, and they've builded a lot of momentum. After starting off 0-1, they are now 2-1. Outstanding game as Elmhurst takes the 2-0 lead. But as we take a little deeper dive into this, I mean, everyone played outstanding, especially Ruffin. Ruffin with the shutout. His first shutout win of the season, so that's something to build on, and that's just ultimately outstanding. But goaltender performance was great, but let's flip the script a little bit and talk about the forwards. Wow, Jacob Whipke with the goal that really set the tone and set the momentum. 1-0, you know, still anything could happen. And then Victor Lewicki had that icebreaker cold goal, made it 2-0 to really crack things open and let Elmhurst play conservative. But honestly, an all-around complete game from Elmhurst in terms of goaltending, defending, and offense. So all-around outstanding performance, and I'll see you next time from Langhorse Field. I'm John Lissy, and I'll see you next time.
September 10th, hosting Dominican University at 7 o'clock p.m.